The Krellin Empire had conquered 47 star systems with a simple strategy: overwhelming defense. Their biometallic armor could withstand plasma cannons, molecular disruptors, and even miniature black hole generators. For 3 centuries, no weapon in the known galaxy could pierce their protective shells. Then they met humans in a bar fight. Ambassador Thex stood in the Galactic Council chambers, his formerly pristine armor bearing a distinctive dent that had become the subject of hushed conversations across 12 sectors. The assembled representatives leaned forward as he began his report on first contact with humanity. The initial diplomatic meetings proceeded as expected. Thex began, his 4 eyes unable to meet anyone's gaze. The humans seemed unremarkable. Average height, no visible natural weapons, surprisingly fragile-looking. Their ambassador kept apologizing for something called jet lag. The Void Dancer's representative clicked in amusement. So these humans posed no threat? Thex's mandibles twitched. That's what we believed. After formal proceedings, they invited us to what they called a pub for informal negotiations. Their ambassador assured us it was a peaceful cultural exchange. He paused, touching the dent in his chest armor. The establishment was crowded with humans consuming mild toxins for recreation. The noise level was considerable. One of my guards, Krex, accidentally bumped into a human who was carrying several containers of fermented liquid. The chamber was silent now, every species present trying to understand how this led to damaging the legendary Krellin armor. The human's beverages fell. He turned to Krex and said. Thex consulted his translator notes. "Oi, mate, you spilled my bloody pints." "Surely that's when you deployed defensive positions?" asked the Zealothy counselor. "We tried. But the human moved faster than our threat assessment predicted." He spun around and drove his bent arm joint directly into Krex's chest plate. Gasps echoed through the chamber. The Mortiki representative's tentacles fluttered in disbelief. "Impossible. Krellin armor has withstood direct hits from capital ship weapons." "Watch the recording," Thex said quietly. The holographic display showed the pub scene from multiple angles. The human, identified as Trevor, construction worker, pivoted with surprising speed. His elbow connected with Krex's armor at a precise angle, and the supposedly indestructible material crumpled like aluminum foil. "The humans call it an elbow strike," Thex continued. "Apparently, it's a common technique in their close combat sports and self-defense training. The elbow is one of their hardest bone structures, and when combined with rotational force and their peculiar ability to put their entire body mass behind a strike." He trailed off as the recording showed Krex stumbling backward, staring at his dented armor in shock. Trevor, meanwhile, was already turning back to the bar, muttering about tourist wankers and demanding replacement drinks. "But surely this was a fluke," the Antaran delegate interjected. "One lucky strike?" Thex's shame deepened. "We thought so too." 3 more guards attempted to restrain the human. He responded with more elbow strikes, something called a headbutt, and a technique involving his knee joint. All 3 required armor replacement. "What about your weapons?" someone called out. "We couldn't deploy them." The human ambassador intervened, buying Trevor more drinks and explaining this was just how Friday nights go. She seemed amused by our distress. The recording showed the aftermath for Krellin warriors with damaged armor sitting in shock while Trevor cheerfully accepted free drinks from other pub patrons who were congratulating him on showing those alien tossers what's what. The human ambassador later explained. Thex said that humans evolved on a world where close-quarters combat was essential for survival. They've developed techniques that concentrate maximum force into minimum surface area using their joints as weapons. Their martial arts have spent thousands of years perfecting ways to break things with body parts we use merely for movement. He looked around the chamber at his fellow representatives. The Krellin Empire officially recommends maintaining significant distance from humans in social situations. Our armor can stop a supernova's radiation, but not a drunk construction worker having a bad day. As the council erupted in nervous discussion, the human ambassador sat in the gallery, trying very hard not to smile. She made a mental note to thank Trevor later. Sometimes the best first impression was showing the galaxy that humans didn't need fancy weapons to be dangerous. They came with their own built-in